saw them go down this street, the woman and her husband.
When was that?
Well, last night when I started my watch.
You waited till now to call for help?
Yeah. Couldn't figure out which house they went into.
You're lucky you didn't find them. They'd have blown your head off and swept you into a pail.
Hey, Gar, jingle, jingle.
Mr. Moneybags, the cop with the big fat hand, wide open and palm up.
Go file your report.
I had known Detective Gar, who was then Officer Gar, only a few weeks, when I knew I had an easy cop. All I had to do was fill his hand with dollars. Go on, read it. Richard Gar, the crookedest cop in town.
See the woman. A 415 just occurred. Canberry and Varney. 386, code 2.
386, roger.
3MD9, 3MD9. Injury on that 415 at Canberry and Varney. 3MD9, code 3.
3MD9, roger. Hello, Gar, are you alive?
They beat him and kicked him.
How many were there?
4, maybe 5.
Why'd they jump you?
They didn't. I jumped them.
Why?
I was trying to frisk them.
What were they doing?
Reading this. We found it in the alley. I decided to approach Officer Gar to give us a hand on the satellite insurance payroll robbery. And I was right. He was crooked as a pretzel and no conscience from the day he was born. Gar acted as our lookout, and it went like a charm. Frank Mazer was our bagman in charge of payoffs to cops and politicians on the take. He had Gar on his payoff list from then on.
I don't believe a word of it.
And why is the lieutenant so upset?
We never solved the satellite insurance robbery because they were tipped off. You were a rookie cop on duty that day. That is why the lieutenant is so upset.
I have to defend myself after 20 years, 10 citations, and 4 promotions? Because a felon left a book to be published after his death when he couldn't be held responsible?
An accusation like that hangs over the whole police force. We can't just ignore it.
We'll pick up Mazer. We'll get the truth.
I go home and change my clothes.
Yes. But be at the hospital in an hour. There's some tests I want to run. Dick? We've been friends for a long time. You, Jack, me.
It's nice to know.
He is going to meet Frank Mazer on his own. Why didn't you hang a medical suspension on him?
Because no matter what condition he's in now, he's in better shape than half the department.
Frank Mazer has Rondo's payoff list. The syndicate must be looking for him, too. That places them on a collision course with Gar.
You really worried about his safety?
He's a cop, isn't he? And he's on my roster, isn't he?
Interesting stuff. Well written for a hood.
You've read it a dozen times.
I keep hoping it'll turn out differently. You know, the first person I ever booked was one of Rondo's numbers runners. I was young, eager, did my homework. Rondo's crowd was all over my territory. I kept grabbing him and getting departmental citations. Rondo offered me money. He also had me beaten up a couple of times I could never prove.
Well, explain that to the department. They'll understand.
Let them understand me. Let them remember my record, my dedication for lousy pay. Why am I hollering at you?
Look at this place. Is this the home of a cop on the take? Where's the color TV? Where's the leather upholstery? Our car is still with the mechanic. That refrigerator does not defrost itself properly.
Marion, if Frank Mazer won't admit that the stuff in Rondo's book is a lie, I'm finished. Where do I start?
Probably just some crank calling about the book again.
Hello?
He's in the surf room.
Dick, you shouldn't be doing this alone.
How did you know it was a lead?
A cop's wife knows.
Don't worry.
Hey, Sergeant, when are you going for your screen test?
Where's Duke?
No kidding, Gar. If they make the book into a picture, you gotta be ready. Don't you?
Did you say something, Joe? I didn't hear.
Duke's over at his regular table, by the window.
You must be crazy to come here in the open.
You peddle information. Do it now.
Look at all this stuff. Beef Wellington, roast chicken. All I can eat is crackers and milk.
Frank Mazer had you on his list. The syndicate paid you for supplying information.
You know why I buy this stuff? Try and make myself feel alive. My stomach's like a sieve. Liver's forgotten what it's supposed to do. But still, I want to live.
So do I. There's only one man who can clear me, Duke. One. Frank Mazer. Where did he run to?
I'm not a stoolie, Gar. I'm a purveyor of information. So Joe Rondo turned pigeon in a book. Well, all right. Okay. If the guy has to sing, then that's a good time to do it after he's dead. Like Rondo. The safe way.
I want Rondo's bag man.
I help anyone. But I live to a strict moral code. I don't sell information that's going to get me killed.
You don't sell me this, Duke. You give it to me.
All right. So you're a tough cop. We know that. But you're straight. You won't hurt me. They will. Oh, look at all the cops coming to dinner.
What cop? That's my personal nurse.
How you feeling, Duke?
You care to retract that question?
I told you, retire. Take a trip instead of torturing yourself with those banquets.
I'll do that.
Dick? You didn't show up at the hospital. Don't do it, Dick. Don't try to find Mazer alone. Let Jack handle it.
Jack. Jack is all department. This thing is a cloud over the force. You said so yourself. Oh, they'll look into it. Maybe they'll find something. If they do, swell. But if they don't, well, I'm a dead man, Simon. Unless I find Frank Mazer. So if you don't mind, I'll handle it.
Doctor.
I got a number. Call it. Now.
Yeah?
Was asked to call this number.
Dr. Locke?
Yes.
This is Mazer, Sergeant Gar's friend.
Right. I took a bullet out of you a long time ago.
I got worse in me now than that, Doc. I need a meeting. Fast.
Where?
I'll call your division with an emergency at exactly 2 o'clock. I'll say my hand is caught in the garbage disposal. Now, don't blow it or I'll run.
What a lousy way to live.
Go home, Duke.
I'll go home. Tell me where it is.
You got a nice place up there on the hill?
Sure, I've got a nice place, but nothing in it.
Duke!
Nine, 3MD9. See the man, 4:15, just occurred. Injury reported, 17 Bayview. 3MD9, code 3.
3MD9, roger.
Get the white case.
I found him here, and Gar was over him.
Set up the IV. He's hemorrhaging.
You told me to take a trip, so I'm doing it.
Gar, do this.
It's funny. I can't move, but it don't hurt at all.
Did you tell Gar where to find Mazer?
What do you think? He wouldn't take no for an answer.
Third Division, you caught your hand in a garbage disposal? Okay. What's your address?
That's it, right on time.
Hey, I don't want you in this. Now, how do I get through?
At the first sign of police, Mazer will run.
Then maybe I'll do something terrible, like run after him.
Jack, you haven't run a block since I prescribed it for your health.
I'll make up for it now.
I told you about this because it was the right thing to do. Don't make me sorry.
Be careful. Okay. Tail him. I know he doesn't want me to. I'm terrible. It's a character flaw.
Robert.
Who is it? Doctor?
Tell me, Mazer. Tell me what you were going to tell the doctor.
Nothing, Gar, I swear. I was only going to tell him that Rondo's stuff about you was lies.
It was, except for the satellite insurance job.
I forgot about that, I swear.
One mistake when I'm a rookie, and dirt like you can hang me for it. How do I handle it, Mazer? I didn't want to shoot him. It was the only chance I had of clearing myself.
Doesn't matter now, Dick.
Doesn't matter.
Duke is dead.
Turn around, Doc.
You hurt, Dick.
Simon, I've been dying for 20 years. Turn around.
Stop! It's over!
Call in. We'll block him off.
This is 3MD9. Homicide suspect. Sergeant Richard Gar.
You've got to do something, Jack. He thinks you don't believe him.
Well, I believed him. Until he killed that stoolie.
That was an accident. It had to be.
When he comes in, he'll get every chance.
He's your friend.
Lieutenant? We got a hot shot.
What kind? Excuse me, Mary.
Wait. What's going to happen, Jack?
Maybe we find a way we haven't thought of yet.
Able units responding to 187 call vicinity, Jameson and Bayview. Advise your position.
3 Able 4 on Gardner Expressway and Bayview exit.
Able 10, Jameson Avenue and Clark.
He just killed Mazer.
You armed?
No. All right, wait out here. Jack, he's our...
He's what? Tell me what he is. Give me one word in his defense.
We're his friends. I want to try to talk to him.
Go in armed or don't go.
All right.
Take mine, I'll get a rifle.
Back us up. Come on.
Back me up.
Jack? Put it down. Okay. Move.
Despise you, nothing. I've got a lot of men backing me up, Dick.
Yeah, but all they got a clear shot at is you.
Give yourself up, Dick.
Mazur's dead. There's nobody to clear me now.
Or implicate you. Now you can't be convicted of accepting bribes.
I'm innocent.
Duke's dead. You're through anyway.
I can't let you take me, Jack. I've got to prove my innocence.
You know we won't let you out of here.
Who you got out there? Shea, Baker, Morgan? You armed Locke, too?
Why, Dick?
I was a hotshot rookie. King of the Hill in uniform. I was an idiot. They buttered me up. Made me sick. Never again, not a dime. I worked hard. I got promotions. I'm a good cop.
Gar! Gar!
One mistake in 20 years.
2. The second was trying to bury the first. Let's go.
I was questioning Duke. He swung at me with his cane. I hit him a couple of times. He came apart like wet paper. That's it.
Type it up.
I spent 20 years trying to make up for that one mistake.
The day the book came out, if you'd said something then,
Would you have understood?
I'd have liked the chance to try.
But you'd have hustled me off to jail.
Statute of limitations on the satellite job ran out years ago.
Thrown me off the force.
Lock him up.
Jack. Not here.
He needs treatment. Take him to central receiving. Prison ward.